Hey everyone, how are you all doing? Welcome back to a new weekly writing vlog. So hi, I've been gone for a little while. I don't know, I've been really struggling with writing. I did try to do some vlogs and it just kept not working out. So I did film some clips. I'm gonna share parts of those with you really quickly, just to kind of catch you up on where I am currently. I managed to do some world building today. I also worked on some outlining type things. I'm working on the then timeline today. I'm feeling a bit more optimistic today than I have the past 2 weeks as a whole. If we're being completely honest, it's been rough, but it feels like it's flowing a bit better. I think I just need to think about things a little bit less and just try to get done what I can. So I'm not feeling too bad about it right now. I also think I need to accept that this book is not going to look like what I want it to look like, especially not in the first draft, and I think especially not the then timeline. I don't think it's going to look like anything I want it to look like. I think it's going to take a lot of finagling and work to get it how I want it to be. For now, I'm glad that I've done at least some progress. I feel a lot better than I have been about it, which is good. Okay, so funny story. It's a few weeks later now from the last talking clip that I did. It's now the 21st of September. I impromptu took some time off from pretty much YouTube in general. I don't know what to tell you guys. I've been struggling. Not only did I not feel like filming, but I also just haven't done much writing since I last actually updated you all. But I have not been doing great. It's been a rough time, but I think I am ready to come back to filming these vlogs because things are starting to like pick up and like go well again. So if you've been watching the vlogs, especially like the past couple, you will know that I've been really struggling with my current project AMS. I just can't seem to figure it out, but I kind of had like sort of a breakthrough the other night. Me and my friend Kath hopped on a phone call on Sunday night. So we talked for like almost 2 hours. I think it was like an hour and 45 minutes. And we just talked through basically the entire plot of this book, and she really helped me come up with some great scenes. I already knew like the overarching story that I wanted to tell. I was just kind of having some difficulty filling in the blank spots. I think that I'm going through a lot right now mentally, and I think that's putting like a mental block. Like I have like a block on my creativity, like I just couldn't do anything, and I'm still like not great, but I'm a little bit better. Okay, so it's now Friday and I don't think I've really done anything since I last updated you. I dipped into my outline a little bit yesterday, but not really. Like I think I just like read through it a little bit. I don't think I actually added anything. Yeah, I don't know. I've been really slacking recently with writing and I don't know why. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I'm just finding writing this outline really tough. Fingers crossed that I can actually get my brain to work today and get some work done to talk to you guys about. So that's the tough part about like doing booktube or authortube, is that like if you're not reading, it's hard to make booktube videos, and if you're not writing, it's quite literally impossible to create writing vlogs. It's just been a little rough. Okay, so it is now the 12th of October. It has been like a month since I did last upload a writing vlog. It's been a month since I've uploaded a video in general, so I have a lot to catch you all up on. So, long story short, I am no longer working on AMS. It is a project that I've been talking about for the last however many vlogs. It was going to be my NaNoWriMo project, but it seems like it's just not in the cards for me to work on that book right now. It's just not working. I've tried and tried to make it work, and it's just not. So I am temporarily shelving it. Yeah, it's disappointing, obviously, because I was really excited about this book. I told you guys how excited I was for this book, and I really wanted to write it. It's something that I've been wanting to write for a really long time. Like I got the idea for it near the beginning of last year and have just been waiting to write it, and now is not the time. So I'm just going through a lot at the moment, and I don't want to go into detail, but I've just been going through a lot this year, and especially in the last handful of months, and I think that working on AMS is just not the right move because it's a very personal book and it's a very emotional book, and I think what I need right now is just something fun and relatively lighthearted and just something that is going to make my heart sing, you know what I mean? So, fun story, let me tell you what I am now working on, because I am working on something else now. I tweeted a little while ago that I desperately want to write a Christmas book. And so I basically tweeted like, I really want to write a Christmas book, so this is like my way of telling my brain come up with a Christmas book. This is something that I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to write a story centered around Christmas, whether it was going to be an actual short story, which is not my favorite medium, or a novel. And so I was like, I want to write a Christmas book. And immediately after tweeting that out, I went into the notes section on my phone because I felt like I had written something down a long time ago that was a Christmas story idea that I had just never elaborated on. And as I was scrolling through my notes, I came across a story idea that I came up with a little while ago that I was excited about, but I didn't know any like concrete details. I just kind of knew like the bare bones of what I wanted, and it was basically a fake dating story. And I don't want to tell you guys too much because I want to keep this one relatively close to me, but it was basically a fake dating story where a character needed somebody to come to an event with them. I didn't know what the event was, and when I came across this idea again in my phone notes, I was like, oh my god, the event is Christmas. Like, this person needs a date for Christmas. And it was just like the perfect like moment, the perfect timing. So immediately after that I tweeted, never mind, I have a Christmas idea. It just like, I don't know, it was just meant to be, I guess. And so even though it's October and I am surrounded by fall and Halloween decorations, I am in the biggest Christmas mood because of this book. Like, all I want is Christmas. I have a Christmas like ambiance on YouTube that I just have muted right now. Like, Christmas is in the air, you guys. I'm obsessed. And this, I don't know, this just felt like the right project to work on in this moment because I was really excited for it. I have now a full notes section on my phone just filled with ideas for this book, and they just seem to be coming so easily and so quickly. Like, I very quickly had like a lot of the beats figured out, like not like 100% to the extent that I normally have things outlined. Like, they're not outlined, they're just like ideas, but like I know what the beats are, and that just wasn't happening for me with AMS. Like, the ideas just weren't flowing. It felt like pulling teeth working on that book. This so far has not been that, and I really love that, and I feel like it's just what I need right now. So yeah, I am currently working on a Christmas fake dating story, and I'm going to be writing it in November for NaNoWriMo. The goal is to hopefully write the entirety of the first draft in November. Will I underwrite it and have it just be 50k? I have no idea. Will I be able to write more than 50k in a month? I have no idea. So you guys are just gonna have to join along with me in NaNoWriMo to see how this goes. So right now I am trying to get all of my nano prep done because it is Preptober. Like, I have to get stuff done, and I have to fit all of the planning into the next couple of weeks because, like I said, it's October 12th. And I have been working on this for like most of October, like around like a week and a half I've been working on this. I just haven't started a vlog for it yet, but like, I've started character profiles. I know my characters' names. I know a lot of details about the main two characters. This book is going to deal a lot with family, which I'm really excited about, and obviously Christmas. Like, I'm going to jam-pack this book full with Christmas traditions and just like all the happy Christmas feels that I'm just so excited to write about. Because like I said, Christmas is my favorite time of the year. So I've got all the information down here. I have all of the brainstorming written down. I have the character profiles in here. I've got such an extensive Pinterest board already. I do need to organize it, but like, I do have a Pinterest board just chock full of like beautiful aesthetics that I'm just so happy with. Yeah, I'm so excited for this book, you guys, and I just feel like rejuvenated in a way because writing just hasn't been fun for me for months. AMS just wasn't coming to me the way that I wanted to, so I think that book needs to simmer for longer. I think that this is just one of those books that is playing hard to get, and it's just going to take me a long time to figure out, and I think that right now is just not the time for me to write it. Like, I am not in the headspace to work on that book, I don't think. And I also was feeling like I had just done something wrong with it. Like, I had just took a wrong step somewhere and I didn't know where it was or how to fix it. And so like, it just, I don't know, it just wasn't working. But I'm having so much fun with this book and I'm really excited to write it. I am obsessed with my characters. I love their names. And I don't know, like, this book, while I'm not writing it necessarily just for myself, like, it's not like a fun project, like, I definitely would want to publish this book one day, but it kind of feels like I'm writing it just for me, because I guess right now I am, you know, like, I'm not publishing it immediately, I'm not going to send it to people immediately. So for right now, I am writing this book for me. I'm going to put everything that I want in a Christmas book in this story and just try to have fun writing it, because I feel like I haven't had fun actually writing a book in a long time. I just feel like everything that I've been working on has just been extremely difficult, and You know, like I love The Show Must Go On, but the actual process of working on that book is not fun for me for some reason. I enjoy the end product. I love rereading that book. I just don't love actually working on it. But this one I'm really, really loving. Like, oh, I am so excited to work on it. But anyways, I should probably tell you what my plans are for this week and just kind of in general for Preptober. This vlog is going to be so long, but that's okay. You know what? You guys deserve a long vlog. I've been gone for a long time. But this week I really want to focus on the character profiles because I feel like I can't move forward until I know my characters really well. And the goal is, I think, next week to start the outline, because outlines do take me a little while just because I am so extensive with them. So I do want to start it next week. So in order to do that, this week, once I kind of have the character profiles figured out a bit more, I want to brainstorm what happens in the book. So basically, this book takes place the week before Christmas. So it's like literally the week leading up to Christmas is when this book takes place. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to do each chapter starting off with like a countdown to Christmas. So it's going to be like chapter 1, 8 days till Christmas or whatever. And I'm so excited. So I kind of want to figure out and like write down what I want to happen on each day. Just like the activities that I want them to do. So for example, I want them to ice skate. I want them to, you know, whatever, like any Christmas type thing, bake Christmas cookies. And then later on, I can figure out what I actually want to happen during those scenes. I just kind of want to figure out what things I actually want to do, because there's a lot of Christmassy things that I could put into this book, and I need to decide what I'm actually going to do. And this book is quite different for me because I've never centered a book around one holiday before, but I've also never written a book with this short of a timeline. Normally my books span months, like at least 2 months, if not more, usually more, because I just like the longer timelines. But this one is going to be very, very fast timeline wise, like less than 10 days, kind of depending when I started and when I ended. I have no idea what Act 3 looks like. I know what my end goal is, like the feeling of the end goal, you know, where I want the characters to end up, but I don't know the specifics of anything. But currently I have Act 1 all figured out, I'm pretty sure, like completely figured out, and I'm really excited about it. And then Act 2, I have like the midpoint on, and then like the general sense of the fun and games. I just don't know like specifics, which is what I'm going to be figuring out with doing it day by day, what I want to happen on each day. I'm just so excited for this book. Oh my goodness. I wrote down what I want the vibes of this book to be, like, oh, like what I want the feeling of this book to be. So let me just like grab that and read it for you guys. This hot chocolate is really freaking good. But I want it to be the feeling of being curled up in a fluffy blanket with a hot cocoa on a cold snowy night, with the only lights coming from the Christmas tree and the smells of Christmas candles and gingerbread in the air. Like I want To All the Boys level like cozy vibes, but like a full on like Christmas on crack kind of thing. Like I am so excited. I also have like snippets written down, all of my like phone notes. Like I'm so excited for this book. Like you guys don't even know. I have like I don't know. I've got so many notes here, so many things that I'm just so excited for with this book, and I hope that you guys are excited as well. I hope that you're excited that I'm back to filming videos. I'm excited to be back, and I'm hoping that this is like the jump start for consistent writing vlogs again, because we only have a few weeks until it's NaNoWriMo, and then I will be doing weekly vlogs for NaNoWriMo, and then that might be it for the year. I don't know if I'm going to be writing in December. We'll just have to play it by ear. But I am literally so excited to work on this book. I don't know. I'm also going to be decorating like the first week of November for Christmas, because I want to be fully immersed in my Christmas decor when I'm working on this book. So I just want to have the most fun with this project that I can, and I'm trying not to be too disappointed with myself for not working on AMS, because it was in my bullet journal goals for this month, and then very early on in the month I was like, I don't think I can do this. So now it's just gonna be sitting there unchecked in my bullet journal, but that's okay. I'm really trying to get myself away from the toxic mindset of goal setting that I have. I love goal setting. I'm not gonna stop goal setting, but I just have this toxic mindset towards it where I'm a failure if I don't complete something, even if it's not like I'm incapable of doing it, because I could stick to AMS and, you know, complete that goal, but I'm allowed to change my mind. And whenever I set official goals, I never let myself change my mind, and I'm making myself change my mind this time for the sake of my mental health, because I've not been doing great, and I need to do something for myself that is going to make me feel good. And I think that this is the move, because already I feel so much better and I'm so excited. So let's get right on into it. I am literally so excited, and I hope you guys are too. But I've missed you all. I've missed you all so much, so please let me know what you've been working on down below in the comments. I've really missed you guys.
Tell me, did your heart stop at the party when my name drops? Like you stood at the platform and the cheese drops. Are you hurting? Yeah, you must be. Or is it just me? Sometimes screaming on the inside when I say that we broke. crying in the shower like free? Or is it just me? I heard a rumor you've been spending some time with that blonde girl you work with, and I know she's exactly your type. And my miserable mind's running wild with the picture. Or are you there by yourself, telling me dead and done, or in a car getting burned, spilling tears on the jet for again? The way I am, I know it's true, but I kind of hope you torture too. Tell me, did your heart stop at the party when my name drops? Like you stood at the platform when the trains cross? Are you hurting? Yeah, you must be. Or is it just me? Sometimes screaming on the inside when I say that we broke up and they ask why. Are you crying in the shower like free? Or is it just me?
You found someone new, before me, when you didn't try and hit as hard. And maybe that's the problem, I don't know how to take it away from you without giving someone else my heart. All I do is get over you, and I'm so bad at it. I let myself want you, I let myself try, I let myself fall back into your eyes. I let myself want you, I let myself hope, I let myself feel things I know that you don't. You're not mine anymore, but I'm still a little bit yours. Maybe if I'd said the right things, it never would've gone this way. Maybe that's the problem, cause I still kinda think it was up to me, when I never could've made you stay.
It is now 6 p.m. I've done quite a bit of work actually. I've been watching some Vlogmas videos while doing the writing, just because I'm doing like a lot of like mindless work where I can like multitask. I've been putting a lot of old Zoella Vlogmas videos up, which I've been watching a lot of recently. But anyways, I've done some character profile work. I figured out that the love interest has a little sister along with an older brother, which I already knew, but I've discovered that he has a younger sister, which I'm really excited to do because it's going to be a lot of like childhood Christmas traditions that I can throw in there that just wouldn't have made sense without like a younger character there. This is also like the biggest family that like I've ever tried to write into a book, so that's very scary. I also did not think I was going to work on the plot this early, but I'm working on the plot and I'm doing that thing where I figure out what they do each day. So I'm trying one timeline to see if I can fit everything in the time. I don't know when it's going to end. Like I don't know how far I want to go past Christmas, so I don't know, but I'm looking at a list of things that I want to happen, like Christmassy things that I want to do, and trying to see where it should go. So I don't know how much more I'm going to do. I might stop for the day because it is now dinner time. So I will talk to you guys probably tomorrow, maybe not tomorrow, maybe in a couple of days, I'm not too sure. Okay, so it is now Friday. I've not written since I last updated. I had a really bad day on Wednesday for like most of the day, and then I got my period on Thursday, so yesterday, and I was also not in a good mood. So I literally spent 2 days on my couch watching Gilmore Girls, because what else do you do when you're in a bad mood? And it was a blast. I felt really guilty for not doing any work, but it is what it is. It's also currently 9 p.m. I've been busy all day. I did some Christmas shopping today with my dad. Yes, you did hear me right, Christmas shopping in October. Yeah, and then we went out to do some errands after that, and we had dinner. And so it's just been a very, very busy day. And so I do plan on doing some writing today in a little bit here, even though it is 9 p.m. Don't know how much I'm gonna be able to do, but I'm gonna do my best. I am hoping to work on some of the plot things today and trying to figure out what happens on every day of the book. That is what I'm currently planning on doing. I don't normally work on weekends, but I'm going to this weekend because I did take so many days off this week. Like I didn't really write on Monday, and I did not write Wednesday and Thursday. So I am going to make up for that by working a bit on the weekend because we are getting down to the wire of NaNoWriMo. So lots of things, lots of things. So I'm going to go and try to get some work done, and I will try to update you guys as much as I can.
telling me to leave it. You should be singing Christmas songs. Instead you know it all. Like we keep fighting in the street. You should be home at Tennessee. Where's the time you need to know you're flashing, waking up, making up. I promise you will get there, so don't give up, no. Yeah, we can make it through December, maybe we'll make it through forever. That's all I want for Christmas, is you and me to fix this. If we can make it through December, maybe we'll be together. Baby, all I want for Christmas, is you and me to fix this. Hasn't been a great year, steady through the minute here. Just keep holding on me, oh. Well, we made it through the hottest part, and I followed you the best star. I just wanna be where you are, right where you are.
Okay, so I've been sat here making like a timeline, kind of brief outline type of thing. I literally just have this piece of paper with the timeline, so the green highlights are each day, and then in between is what happens on each day roughly. I'm not done yet because I have absolutely no idea what happens in Act 3. No clue. Not a single thought in this head for Act 3. I do, however, have like all the basics for Act 1, which I already knew, and now Act 2. Just like in the most basic of terms though, like I now know what Christmas things I want to happen on each day and kind of some things that are gonna happen during these activities, but I don't have like all of the details figured out yet. This is just, like I said, like a very loose basic kind of outline, and I will expand upon everything when I actually sit down to create the outline, because I have no idea what happens in the third act of this book. Like I have no idea how everything like wraps up and gets resolved. I have no idea. Maybe I need to just like brainstorm with somebody, because normally I think I have some sort of vague idea of what I want the end of the book to look like, but I have no idea. Like I said, not a thought in this head. I might try to work on character profiles now, or maybe start the outline. I don't really know. Writing a book is hard. It's really tough, but I have a Christmas ambiance on again, which is very fun, so I'm gonna try to keep working. It's now 10:12, but I also came up with like a fun little like idea for like a mini subplot that's gonna happen, but just know that these are the vibes. I sent this picture to Alyssa. These are the vibes, not in terms of like what actually happens in this episode, but just somebody's gonna have a crush on Santa's elf. Perhaps it's Charlie's brother, and it's gonna be amazing. I am very excited to work on this book, like all the Christmas vibes. I'm here for it. Okay, so it's now past midnight. So I was working that entire time up until like 11:50, and I am done. I am done for the night. Obviously, it's past midnight. It's the time where I should be going to bed. I don't know, I got a lot of work done. I figured out like the timeline of like what kind of big Christmassy events I want to happen on each day. I'm sure that I will come up with more things as I'm actually outlining, but I did like figure out like all the main big Christmas activities that I wanted done. I figured out when they're happening, like on what days they're happening, at like what point in the story they're happening, kind of thing. And I decided to start the outline officially because I wasn't like quite done that timeline, because like I mentioned in the last clip, I just for the life of me have no idea how this book is going to end. I don't know what Act 3 looks like at all, so I feel like that's definitely going to be one of my biggest hurdles moving forward in the rest of Preptober, is I have no idea how this book ends. And since I was working so late today, none of my friends are awake to like brainstorm with them about it, so I might try to do that over the weekend, because I really need to figure out how this book ends. But I am 2,000 words into the outline, and I did start the outline to avoid working on the timeline because I had no idea what the end of the book was. But I did start the outline. I'm about 2,000 words into it. Currently working on the fun and games beat, which is very exciting, and I don't know, I'm just like really excited for this book, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I think that the biggest struggle for me with every book is figuring out like what specifically happens in a scene. Like I will know like what I want the scene to be, like what I want them to be doing, but I never like know what I want them to be talking about. It's usually just like the vibes of what they're talking about, and I kind of like figure it out from there when I'm drafting. That's where a lot of my discovery writing comes from when I'm drafting, is like what they're actually saying, because most of the time I have no idea what they're actually talking about, and it just kind of comes up naturally. I only ever write down like specific dialogue things if they come to me while I'm outlining, and I genuinely like wrote a scene and I'm like, I don't know what they talk about here, but like I need to display some sort of vibe between them here. Like I need to like delve deeper into like their dynamic dynamic. And yeah, like I said, I'm sure it'll come up when I'm actually drafting, but I do want to have like some sort of vague idea of what they're like talking about in some of these scenes, and I just don't have a clue. I also like just need to review their character profiles since I haven't looked at them in a couple of days, and I need to like delve deeper into them because I haven't finished them either. I just have like a lot of things that I need to figure out, but I'm actually feeling very confident in my abilities for some reason to be able to get this book in shape to draft next month. I basically just sat down after I finished writing and planned out what I need to do for the next 2 weeks to finish this book. It's finish the outline, finish the character profiles, which I don't even necessarily need to do in great detail, but they just kind of need to be done enough kind of thing. Like I will know when they're like done enough because I never really look at my character profiles when I'm writing. It's just something that's like in my head and just for me. I also need to do some vague basic world building. I don't want to do really in-depth world building because I just don't know what I'm doing yet, and I already know that I do not pay attention to descriptions and like setting when I am drafting. That's just not my main priority. My main priority is actually getting the beats of the story down and figuring that out, because I find when I'm typing my ideas just come to me way too quickly for me to even sit there and worry about how to describe something, which is why my drafts tend to be quite sparse of descriptions for most of the story. So I don't want to worry about world building and the setting too much. I just kind of need to know the basics of what things look like, and basically like my characters go to a cabin, a family cabin for the holidays, and I need to know where that is. Like where that cabin is. I think I'm gonna base it kind of off of a place in my province, like inspired by a place in my province, but take like a lot of liberties. So I'm thinking I want to make it like a fictional place that's just like inspired aesthetically maybe by this place in my province. That was a lot of non-information, so I kind of just need to like figure out, maybe make some like vague maps potentially. That could be kind of fun, just to kind of like figure out where everything is and like what kind of things they got going on. I don't know, world building is not my favorite thing to do, and I usually do it in the revision process. That's like part of my like pre-revision planning, so I just don't want to do a lot of it now when I know that I'm just not gonna use it. I just need to know where their cabin is kind of thing. I would like to have like a name for the place that they go to, but again, this is just the first draft, so if I need to I can just call it by what this place is in my province and just like use the real name and just like go from there and just make things up. Or you know what, I can even do placeholders. I think it's weird because I haven't done a first draft in a long time, so I think I'm forgetting that I'm allowed to use placeholders. I can just put things in brackets and be like, figure this out later, name of place, put descriptions here. Like I'm allowed to do that, and that just felt very freeing realizing that, because I think that I had forgotten. So I feel a lot better. So yeah, just basic world building and I should be good. So all I need to do is outline, finish character profiles, and do some basic world building. That's all I need to do. And I'm already in the fun and games beat in my outline. The story's coming very easily to me. I basically have the bare bones of the entirety of Act 2 figured out. I just need to kind of fill in everything a bit more and then figure out Act 3. Which, like I said, I think Act 3 is going to be my biggest hurdle for the remainder of Preptober. So I'm feeling very good. I don't know if I'm going to do like extensive work this weekend, but I do want to do some work. I just want to like make sure that I'm going to stay on track and not get too cocky in my abilities to get this done. So I definitely want to make sure that I'm working at least a little bit this weekend. It feels really good to be vlogging again and to be like working on a story that I'm really excited about and that feels like it's going to be a lot of fun. Like I'm just excited for the Christmassy vibes of this story. I hate that I'm working on it right now while I'm surrounded by Halloween decor, but pretty soon we will have Christmas decor. While I am drafting this book, I will be surrounded by Christmas decor. So anyways, this has been a long clip. I'm rambling now, but I'm very excited to be working on this book and to be vlogging again, and I'm so excited to get this vlog up for you all, so I'm gonna go to bed. Okay, so it's currently Sunday. I wanted to end out this vlog. So I didn't do any writing today because I was busy all day and I've been editing this vlog for hours, but yesterday I did do some work. So I worked on the character profiles, just kind of beefed them all up a little bit, organized them, reviewed them, which is really great. There's still like a lot of work to do in them, a lot of blank spots. I feel like I just don't know them as well as I should, but I will definitely learn more about them once I'm actually drafting, so I'm honestly not that worried about it. I think that these are the kinds of characters who will just grow and shine while I'm actually drafting and not in like the writing stages, like the creating stages. Some characters just need to actually be written. Characters change anyways, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm happy with what I did get done. I also did some basic world building yesterday. I created a really bad map of the like town village place where their cabin is. Not the biggest fan of it. I think I will most likely be winging a lot of like descriptions and things while I'm drafting, but that is totally okay. It's a first draft. It is allowed to be messy. I did not work in the outline yesterday. I wanted to work on it today, but I just don't have time and I have other things that I need to do. It's already 9 p.m. so I'm not going to get to working on it today, but that is okay because I'm still feeling confident that I'm going to be able to get everything done. I'm going to try to get some writing done tomorrow, which you guys will see in next week's vlog. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. It feels so good to be vlogging again and I can't wait for you guys to see this vlog. I hope you loved it. If you did enjoy this video, give it a huge thumbs up. Comment down below what you guys have been working on recently because I'd really love to know. Also let me know if you are participating in NaNoWriMo and what your plans are. Subscribe if you have not yet already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.